Hello, welcome to the teaching overview for Latin for the New Millennium, Level 3. L&M 3 is appropriate for students who have learned beginning Latin from L&M 1 and 2, whether they use the Life of Atticus readings or not, and students who have learned beginning Latin from any other beginning Latin text. Latin for the New Millennium 3, as a reader of ancient authors, has multiple components that provide context for the students. There are 3 historical overview essays: the last century of the Roman Republic, Augustus and the Principate, and Why Post-Antique Latin. There are introductory essays of 4 to 8 pages for each author. There are 69 full-color images, 6 maps, and a timeline: the late Republic and Augustan Principate in Rome, and another timeline, the world of Erasmus. Latin for the New Millennium 3 includes selections from Caesar, Catullus, Cicero, Virgil, Horace, and Ovid, as well as letters to and from Erasmus and selections from Petrarch and John Park. The portions underlined on your screen, including Caesar 1, 1 through 7, and Virgil 1, 1 through 11, 421 to 440, 2, 201 to 222, 547 to 566, and 705 to 729 overlap with the AP syllabus. As in Latin for the New Millennium 1 and 2, Latin for the New Millennium 3 has, on each chapter title page, an illustration designed to stimulate students' imagination about the upcoming reading. Each title page also features a Mirabile Dictu. Latin for the New Millennium 3 contains unadapted Latin selections from Latin literature. Each selection has a pre-reading to give students context. In addition, the first reading for each Roman author provides visual clues to help students transition to that author's style. For example, you can see perfusus in bold on the left-hand side of your screen. The readings come with same and facing page vocabulary and notes. In addition, L&M 3 contains many student-friendly features. You can see that they have reminders on the top of the right-hand side of your page. Reminders tell students about a piece of grammar they have just encountered in the reading which may be difficult or confusing, and reminds them that they have already encountered and learned this construction. Study tips, by the ways, and take notes help guide students both in their reading of the grammar and in their thinking about the Latin text. In addition to the unadapted Latin grammar, each chapter features comprehension questions and an exercise working on students' grammar and syntax recognition, and a vocabulary builder. In addition, language facts introduce any grammar which may be unfamiliar to the students at this point in their learning. Latin for the New Millennium 3 guides students into literary analysis. Figures of speech and literary terms are identified and defined on their first appearance in the by the ways. After that, they are identified, and the TM, the teacher's manual, prompts teachers to ask students to explain the effect. Latin meter and scansion are introduced for poetry selections. In addition, comprehension questions ask students to cite the Latin as they give their answers, and a variety of essays are presented that require literary analysis. Latin for the New Millennium 3 was designed with differentiated classes in mind. For that reason, copious notes and vocabulary aids help facilitate processing the Latin readings with minimal distraction. Students do not need to fumble for vocabulary. In addition, regular reviews of grammar and syntax from Latin 1 and 2 help students experiencing difficulty or suffering retention issues. Finally, essays for each Latin reading and scansion exercises for each poetry selection sharpen higher-level critical thinking skills. Latin for the New Millennium 3 lays the foundation for advanced reading and future success, including the foundation necessary for success on the AP exam. Some comprehension questions ask students to cite the Latin while documenting their answers. Exercise 1 in each reading provides practice identifying grammatical and syntactical points as tested on the AP multiple choice section. Students are asked to identify and discuss figures of speech and meter, and to sharpen their literary analysis and documentation skills. The Teacher's Manual for Latin for the New Millennium 3 provides answers and translations, background essays, oral activities, and a synopsis of the grammar presented in each chapter for easy use by the teachers if you decide to do things in a different order, and a listing of the standards correlations.